Welcome to 214 Square, German parliamentary election results. It's March 17, 2025, and we got the official results for German parliamentary election. And here we are with the first vote results. And here we can see forecasts and the official results. So we can already see my forecast for the CDU-CSU wasn't that good as compared to, for example, the SPD, Social Democratic Party, 20%. Not a very good result, to be honest, and I would say this is an understatement. In comparison, FDP, they are out of the parliament, specifically when you see the whole result. 3.2% was my forecast. The official result is 3.3%. Also, last time I forecast, Bündnis 90 Die Grünen, better results for the Linke and for the AfD. Also, out of parliament is the BSW, the Bündnissarer Wagenknecht. And also, we can see here, other parties got less than expected. Then we can also see here on this wonderful map where each party did dominate the first votes. So first of all, you can see there's a division between East and West in Germany, that most of the West is dominated by the CDU-CSU. Then we have some scatters here around with the SPD, Social Democratic Party. The East is blue. This is AfD. Just Berlin is dominated by Die Linke. Let's go to the second vote results. Here we can see that even there CDU did better than my prediction. SPD same with the FDP. Greens didn't perform that well as expected, and outperforming my forecast was the Linke, same with the AfD and the BSW. As I always said, BSW, it was difficult to forecast because they were a new party, but well, it's not enough for them to be included in the Bundestag. And even other parties, well, didn't do as good as expected. And even here we can see the same outcome. Everything is black in the West except from Hamburg and from Bremen. And everything's blue except from Berlin in the East. Now, at the moment, we have current coalition negotiations between the CDU-CSU and Friedrich Merz with the SPD, Social Democratic Party, and this is with Heiko Klingbeil. So, election forecast review. I had over 850 different forecasts, and when I mean 850 forecasts, I mean that I had 850 different points. For each party, for each state in Germany, I had these forecasts like total votes, second and first votes, percentage points, and so on and so on. And we also have mail-in ballots and voter turnouts. So the overall prediction correctness based on March 16, 2025, as you can see here, I've been correct with 36.4% of my forecasts. Then we have near misses, 12%. Near miss because sometimes the difference was slightly more than 3%. 3% is typical error margin, and sometimes it was 3.1% or 3.2%. But here, well, it can also be around 5%. Then a partial miss, we have plus minus 7%. 6.7% are in this category, and completely wrong where 44.9%. This is everything beyond 7% plus minus. Then, correct forecast for total casted ballots. And here you can see where I was wrong. Yeah, 340 forecasts were not a hit, not successful. Then we have some partial misses, sorry, partial misses, and well, this is less than what I predicted correctly. This is surprising. 35% correct forecasts and then we have near misses 19. So there I did well, but most of them were completely wrong, and this was definitely a very hard challenge. In comparison, correct forecast for percentage results. Correct 279 and completely wrong were only 21. Was it? No, this was mostly in ballot focus and so on. We will see later. And then partial misses 32, 33, and 75 near misses. Let's see how it looks like specifically for each party. So, for the BSW in votes, well, they're almost all wrong except from two. But if you see the percentage correctness, well, there I did a good job with 40 correct forecasts. Only one was completely failure. So you can see here, by the way, 51% where is the number of total possible data points here. Then we can see here the linker, for example, also similar to the BSW, but not that bad, is that I had almost no hits, but correct with 3. Then also very good with the percentage votes. Then the FTP. Also, I did well, I would say, at least 40 votes for the FDP, and I was correct with 51%, 51 of the percentage forecasts. So I would say it was not difficult. Yes. Then Bündnis 90, die Grünen. Here we can see that I did exceptionally well with correct forecast for the votes, and I had a good result for the percentage points. So you can see 38 of 51. This is nice. We have a partial miss and a near miss. Then Alternative für Deutschland. This was difficult. You can already see that, okay, I had some good predictions for the votes. 6 correct predictions or forecasts. Then 7 in near miss or partial miss. But 38 were no hit. Definitely no hit. And then we go to percentage points. And here we can see 14 were no hit. This is definitely an outlier for me. Then we have 12 partial misses, and near miss was 11, and only 14 were correct. Then we go forward to Social Demokratische Partei Deutschlands, the SPD. Then we can see again here that that's different if we look at percentage points later. But first, no hit, 42, partial miss, 3, near miss, 5, correct, 1. 1 of 51. Now let's go to the votes, to the percentage. So there's no hit, then partial misses, only 3, near misses 10, and correct 38 out of 51. And now Christlich-Demokratische und Christlich-Soziale Union, CDU-CSU, and there no hit, 48 in votes, definitely excellent. 48 out of 51. Well, I will definitely not try to forecast the votes again. Then percentage points. Here we can see that, well, no hit 6 times, partial misses 9 times, near misses 13 times, and 23 out of 51 were correct. Then we have a ranking of the parties by correct forecasts. First of all, a maximum score here could be 102. And I had the best result with the FDP, 61.45. This comes from votes, first of all. We already know that my total votes forecast wasn't a good idea. Yes, I would say this is nicely said. And here the result is 10.45. And in comparison, then the percentage again here, the maximum is 51. I scored 51 for the FDP. I would say, yeah, that's nice. Followed by the Grüne, 59.8 totally. And here I did a good job with the votes, 16 out of 51. Then we can see here that, well, it's one of the better results for the percentages, 43.8, followed by SPD, 47.4, BSW 45.8, Linke 44.05, CDU-CSU 32, so a second worst ranking for my forecast, and then AFD 29.4%, 8.1% are coming from the votes, so it's relatively better, but I didn't perform well with the percentage votes, 21.3%. Then let's go to the mail-in ballots by state and here the forecast. And here we can see I had good projections or forecasts for Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Hamburg, Niedersachsen or Lower Saxony. They are all around 2%, 1%, 2%. Then Berlin, North Rhine-Westphalia, and Thuringia, same 1 to 2%. So they were correct. And what you can also see here is, for example, if you look at Brandenburg, the result was 4%. So the difference between the forecasted mail-in ballots by state and the official results, it was higher than expected. And here the result is 4%. This is something that I call a near miss. If we now look at the voter turnout by state, now we can see here I did well with Hamburg, Brandenburg, Berlin, Saxony, Thuringia, Rhineland-Pfalz or Palatin, Bavaria, and Baden-Württemberg. There we have 1, 2, 3, 0% difference, 2%, 3%, 1%, 3%, and also very close was Saarland, North Rhine-Westphalia, and also Germany. Yeah, totally. And yeah, if we then compare it, how I performed, let's call it this, how I performed, that I can say out of 850, my score is 368.55. And yeah, it's okay. I would say it's okay. Next time I will not forecast the total votes. Then I have a better forecasting score. Then I would be around 68%. But yeah, it was a nice experiment. And it's not the last one. So later this year, we will talk about the Canadian general election, and there will also be several small analyses. And yeah, I would like you to stay tuned and yeah, check out the channel, subscribe if you like, and I would be very grateful. I like to tell stories with the data, and yeah, here you can see why I'm a Georgia Institute of Technology dropout. In analytics, I had my executive master of business administration from Quantic, and also I studied social science at Bielefeld University, and I have several certificates from the Corporate Finance Institute in Canada. So again, that's it with the German federal election, general election. Thank you for watching, and again, please, if you subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned. Thank you very much.